Welcome back to 100 Days and Beyond. I'm Dudley Peacock, and this is episode 16. This is the start of week 4, which is the leverage flow week. This week, we are talking about what real leverage looks like in a modern business, in marketing, in team structure, in retention, and in content. And I want to start with the thing that everybody is buying and almost nobody is measuring, which is AI marketing tools. Because here is the contrarian position. Most AI marketing tools make you worse at marketing. They produce more output. They produce faster output, but they produce worse marketing because they remove the thinking step that used to be the whole point of the exercise. Today, I want to give you a simple leverage test you can run on any AI marketing tool before you buy it, or on the stack you have already built to see whether it is actually making your business better or just making it busier. A tool that produces more output feels like leverage. You used to write one blog post a week. Now you produce 5. You used to post twice a week on LinkedIn. Now you post every day. The volume is up. The team feels productive. The dashboard looks green. The problem is that marketing is not a volume business at its best. It is a resonance business. One post that lands with the right customer and gets shared by the right 3 people is worth 100 posts that get scrolled past. AI marketing tools are extremely good at producing the 100 posts. They are extremely bad at producing the one post that lands because the thinking that produces the one post that lands is not the kind of thinking AI currently automates well. So you end up busier with more content, more impressions, more clicks, and flat revenue. That is not leverage. That is noise. And the more you scale it, the more noise you produce. Here is the test. Before you buy an AI marketing tool or once a quarter on the ones you already have, ask 3 questions. First, does this tool replace a repetitive task, or does it replace the thinking task? A scheduler that posts at the right time is replacing a repetitive task. A tool that writes the post is replacing a thinking task. Replacing repetitive tasks is almost always leverage. Replacing thinking tasks is almost always dilution, unless you have a specific compensating mechanism in place. Second, would I be willing to stand behind the output in front of a named customer I respect? If the blog post is written by an AI and you would not show it to the most sophisticated customer you have, you are publishing for a customer you do not respect. That is never good positioning. Third, is the tool improving the measured outcome or just the measured activity? Activity is easy. Impressions, clicks, posts. Outcome is harder. Qualified meetings booked, deals won, accounts expanded. If your AI tool is making activity go up but outcome flat, you are confusing the dashboard with the business. Any tool that fails 2 out of 3 of those questions should not be in your stack. Any tool that fails all 3 should be removed immediately because it is actively costing you brand resonance. Let me be clear that I am not anti-AI. At Q&A ERP Solutions, we run AI throughout our marketing, but we use it in specific places and not in others, and the distinction matters. AI leverages the operational layer beautifully. Research is faster. Competitive analysis is faster. Data synthesis is faster. Transcription of meetings, extraction of insights, summarization of call notes. All of this is genuine leverage, and it frees the team to think more instead of less. AI leverages the distribution layer beautifully, cross-posting, format conversion, turning a long podcast into a short clip or a long article into a thread, or a video into a set of stills. This is mechanical work that used to cost a junior team member hours, and AI does it in minutes. That is leverage. AI does not leverage the positioning layer. What your business believes, what you stand for, who you are speaking to, what makes your customers choose you over the next shop along. This is human work. And when AI tries to do it, you get bland regression to the mean marketing that could have been written for any business. The positioning layer is where the thinking lives, and it has to stay human. Here is the model that is actually working for businesses, compounding past day 100. The human team does the positioning thinking. The human team records the source content, the podcast, the keynote, the long article, the deep workshop. Then AI does everything from there: transcription, extraction of highlights, cross posting, short form generation, distribution optimization, reporting. What you end up with is a small human team producing one source piece of content per day that has been thought about, and an AI layer that multiplies that source piece across 10 formats and 20 channels without any further human thought. The leverage ratio is extremely high. The positioning stays sharp. The customer recognizes a consistent voice. The businesses that are trying to use AI to generate the source content itself are losing this race slowly. The businesses that use AI to distribute and multiply the human generated source are winning it compoundingly. The difference is where you put the thinking. And if you use the 3-question test on your own stack, you will very quickly see which side of the line you are on. That's episode 16. Today was AI marketing tools and whether they are actually giving you leverage. The illusion of volume as leverage. The 3-question test. Repetitive versus thinking. Would you stand behind the output? Activity versus outcome. Where AI genuinely leverages marketing, operational and distribution layers, and the positioning layer, which has to stay human if you want your marketing to sound like a real business. Tomorrow we are looking at the 3 roles an AI agent actually replaces and the 2 it never will. The honest automation audit for any team considering scaling with AI. If this was useful, subscribe wherever you are listening. I'll see you tomorrow.